Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms. And guys, I think a lot of you that watch my channel are fans of, Arrow Video. Everybody knows good old Arrow Video out of the UK and how they got into some distribution trouble or something like that. I don't know exactly what happened. But they had to region lock all of their titles, and they've been trying to get into the American market, and they are finally coming, guys. Arrow Video is going to start releasing movies here in the United States, which I'm sure most of you already know. And I am so happy to say that I have in my possession the first 3 releases that they are going to be putting out. And today I have a review for Day of Anger, which is a Western from, I believe, 1967. I don't have, as you can tell, I don't have the actual cover to it, but I have both discs in for screener. Here is what the actual cover is going to look like, and there's a preview of the first 3 films, and the other 2 I will be reviewing soon. This comes from MVD Entertainment. Now, Disc 1, which I put in first, this has the longer cut of the film. It's an hour and 53 minutes, and it's available with Italian audio with subs or English overdubs. And it has deleted scene, it has a trailer. I put in disc 2 to check out what that has. It has the original cut of the film, which is like 94 minutes long. It has an interview with the director, the screenwriter, and then a film critic. So not a lot in the way of extras, but still really awesome presentation as far as like screen menu goes. Just really looks cool. But guys, this also, I have to say, this looks amazing on DVD. Like when I put in disc 1, how awesome it looked, I immediately looked down at disc 2 to be like, damn, is this Blu-ray? Because it looks really, really good. They really cleaned this film up amazingly well, and I've never seen the film before, but I can just imagine that this has to be the best that it's ever looked. So this tells the story of a guy named Scott Mary, who is a street cleaner. He's looked down upon in the town he's in of Clifton, and this guy comes in, Frank Talby. He is a rebel. He is a bad dude, and they immediately hit it off. And Talby takes Scott under his wing and like protects him there in the town from people picking on him and stuff like that. So when Talby leaves town, Scott just decides, damn, I'm going to go with him, even though Talby doesn't know it. So Scott gets on a donkey because he doesn't have a horse and goes after him. And where Scott is going, or where Talby is going, excuse me, is to another town to find one of his old associates, Wild Jack, who owes him $50,000. Talby, right before they get to this town, Talby tells Scott, okay, I'm going to teach you lessons. He still doesn't totally respect him, doesn't totally want him with him yet. But he says, okay, I'll start teaching you lessons on how to survive out here, in this lawless land and all that. So they go to the town with Wild Jack. They're looking for Wild Jack. I'm not going to tell you what happens there because I don't want to spoil things. But eventually, as things go along, Scott ends up saving Talby's life at one point, and at that point is where Talby ends up taking him a lot more serious. He buys him a gun, his very first gun, and gets him a horse and continues to teach him lessons. All along, they end up going back to Clifton, the town where Scott is from, and let's just say they take over the town pretty much. They pretty much are running the town when they get back there. And one thing that I think is really cool about this is the evolution of the Scott character. He comes off as really naive, really almost childlike, because he's just so, picked on, kicked aside. Even though he is an adult, he's just very childlike. But as he's learning these lessons from Talby, you see a really awesome transformation of a character. I mean, this guy that plays him, what's his name? I know I'm going to pronounce it wrong. Giuliano Gima. He just does a fantastic job in this, guys. Really, really great. And, so that's pretty much all I can say. You know, I mean, you pretty much know in any Western, stuff like this, when it happens, you know, the guys are going to have a fallout, which they do. It all culminates into a big, huge climax at the end. But yeah, guys, this film just really blew me away. This is you know, it really falls in line with what I've been watching lately, westerns. You know, this is a really awesome Italian spaghetti western. That I couldn't believe how much I liked it. You know, there's a lot of really good acting in this. The chemistry between Frank Talby, which is played by the great, what's his name? I can't remember right offhand. Lee Van Cleef, or Cleef. Lee Van Cleef, which is known from The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, A Few Dollars More, and a few other really popular Western films I can't think of right now. But he's just an awesome bad guy. And the character of Talby and Scott just really have this amazing on-screen chemistry that really makes the film awesome, guys. I mean, this is just, I'm not shitting you, man. This is probably one of the best Westerns I've ever seen. Like, I was really surprised at how much I ended up enjoying this one. Because, you know, all of them I've been watching lately I've really liked. Like the Jimmy Stewart set I got, and some other ones I got in that other set, if you guys saw my update video the other day. But man, this one just was a step beyond those. I mean, this was just, had really good dramatic moments in it, and just some really good tension amongst the characters that felt very real. Their situations felt very real and sincere. And it was really awesome, guys. I can't say it enough. I was super impressed with this. But yeah, this film was called Day of Anger. It's went by a bunch of different names, but the Arrow Video release is Day of Anger. It's also been called Blood and Grit, Gun Law, Days of Wrath, and it also has a couple Italian names. So there's several different names. When you look this film up, you're going to see all kinds of names. But we'll just stick with Day of Anger since that's the official Arrow title there. And this is not going to be Arrow's first release here in the United States. It's actually going to be their third. Their first will be Mark of the Devil on March 17th. The second will be Blind Woman's Curse on March 24th. And this will be the third one. And I have the other two here. I have Mark of the Devil, which I will be reviewing soon, and Blind Woman's Curse. But I just had to review this one first because, like I said, you know, it fits in line with what I've been watching lately, and I was just really in the mood to see it. Van Cleef is an awesome actor, and I was anxious to check this out since I'd never seen it before, and damn, is it awesome. Guys, I'm going to give this one a solid 10 out of 10. Yes, indeed, a perfect score for this film. It is well worth your time to check this one out. Trust me, guys. Whether you pick up the Arrow release or not, you've got to seek out this film and watch it. There's some good, you know, a lot of times in these old-time Westerns, they don't really show even blood at all. And there's nothing gory in this, but they do show blood. There's a really awesome scene of a guy on fire. It's a good burn scene. Really effective, really realistic looking. All the sets are really good in this. They didn't go cheap with anything. The score's really awesome. It's got the old classic Western style score to it, which I don't know exactly what you would call that. I'm sure some smark out there will troll me left and right on that. But it just had that Western feel to it, that sound of the score. Just everything, guys. This film just really was perfect in my opinion, and I highly recommend checking it out. So guys, that is Day of Anger. I appreciate you watching. When this comes out on March 31st from Arrow Video, pick it up, guys. I am Jason. Have a good one, guys. Take care.